For 3 months, proprietary microchip prototypes were vanishing from their ultra-secure cleanrooms. The security team ran background checks on everyone. Network engineers searched for digital backdoors. They found absolutely nothing. The servers were completely offline, and the physical vaults were military-grade. According to the digital logs, a breach was impossible. But everyone had forgotten one fundamental truth of the physical universe. Every piece of physical hardware leaves a physical footprint. That is where Valerie comes in. Valerie doesn't write code, and she doesn't check security cameras. She is an industrial HVAC technician. Her entire job revolves around managing airflow, pressure, and temperature. And she was about to solve a multi-million-dollar mystery, not with software, but with the basic laws of thermodynamics. Vance, the stressed-out director of security, was at his wit's end. He told Valerie, "We have cameras in every corner. The vault has no network connection, and absolutely no unauthorized USB drives can enter or leave. Yet, the chips are just evaporating." Valerie looked up at the ceiling and asked, "Vance, your guards watch the doors, and your IT guys watch the cloud. But those high-performance processors you are testing in there, do you have any idea how much heat they generate?" Vance replied, "Of course. We have a dedicated, closed-loop cooling system specifically for that room." Valerie smiled. "Exactly. And hot air has to go somewhere. Let me run a diagnostic on your ductwork tonight. If someone is moving physical weight out of this building, they aren't carrying it through the front lobby." At midnight, when the lab was empty, Valerie climbed up a utility ladder and slid into the building's metallic veins. She wasn't looking for stolen chips. She was looking for disrupted airflow. The first principle of thermodynamics is simple. Cold air is dense, and hot air rises. In a perfectly balanced ventilation system, the temperature drop across a 100-foot duct should be completely uniform. But as Valerie crawled closer to the main lab's exhaust duct, her thermal sensor picked up a massive anomaly. A specific junction in the ductwork was radiating heat at 82 degrees, abnormally hot. Valerie unscrewed the access panel and reached her gloved hand inside the dark metal shaft. Instead of smooth, empty steel, her fingers brushed against a solid obstruction blocking 20% of the airflow. She pulled it out. It was a custom-molded, heat-resistant silicone sleeve, magnetically snapped to the interior wall of the duct. Inside the sleeve lay 3 raw, unbranded silicon microchips. The entire puzzle instantly fell into place. The thief wasn't trying to slip past the lobby guards or hack a secure network. The thief was an internal lab technician. Every evening, they loaded the stolen prototypes into these magnetic, insulated sleeves and slid them through an intake vent inside the secure cleanroom. The high-speed upward airflow pushed the sleeves up into the exhaust duct, where they caught on the magnetic trap Valerie had just found. At 3 a.m., a compromised member of the night cleaning crew, who had routine access to the non-secure utility corridors behind the lab walls, simply opened the maintenance hatch, retrieved the sleeves, and wheeled them out in standard trash bins. Vance immediately offered Valerie a corporate retainer to physically audit the ventilation systems of all 12 of their national facilities. Valerie, who had spent her career as an invisible technician called only when the AC broke, had just become the most valuable security asset in Silicon Valley. Because even in a world obsessed with digital data, the ultimate advantage belongs to those who still understand the physical world.